Hello, good morning. It's amazing to be here this morning with you. I don't know how it has been this week, but with this awesome weather, I think this is just getting better. So I'm really looking forward to once the service finishes to go out and enjoy this nice weather here in Dubai. I think Dubai can be one of the most exciting cities with this weather. Moving ahead, good morning, as I was saying, welcome everybody. Please, if it's your first time here or maybe you are used to join these services, just say hello in the chat. We will love to connect with you and know more about you. I don't know how it has been this year for you. I think for most of us, we had a lot of plans, a lot of different vision for this year, but then the pandemic came and all of a sudden, everything changed. Something similar happened here in the church. So today, Jeremy will be sharing and encouraging us with a vision update of the church, how it has been impacted this year, how we're moving forward, and how we want to go to the future. I am really excited to hear about this, and I hope you are too. So that's all for me. I'm handing over to OJ and the band to lead us in worship. See you later.
That silences the enemy. Let praise be a weapon that conquers all anxiety. Let it rise. Let praise arise. We sing your name in the dark and it changes everything. We sing with all we are and we claim your victory. Let it rise, let praise arise. We've seen you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side, forever lifting high with all creation. Song that overcomes the raging sea. Let faith be the song that calms the storm inside of me. Let it rise. Let faith arise. Ooh. We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side, forever lifted high. With all creation cry, God, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side, forever lift him high. With all creation cry, God, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, we praise you, God.
All right, guys, we're back at the hill where we got stuck just a minute ago. Little prayer. Dear Jesus, help us not to get stuck. You ready? Let's do it. Here we go. Come on. Come on, car. Woohoo! Woohoo! We made it! Wow. Me and Hossein are out here in the desert filming today, and we just got stuck in the sand. I went and got the shovel out of the back of my car, and as we began to shovel, it broke in two, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, who am I gonna call? We're stuck out here in the middle of the desert. But luckily, we were able to get ourselves out. What a crazy morning. As me and Hossein were driving around the dunes that morning, I couldn't help but think of decision making. As we drove from dune to dune, you can only see so far. You can only plan for the next step or two because you don't know what's on the other side. You end up making a series of short-term decisions because everything is changing. You can only see so far. And that's kind of how I felt for the past 8 months. The pandemic has changed everything, and it continues to change. And I end up making a decision to lead Mosaic in the direction I believe that God wants us to go. We learn along the way and adjust. Then we learn again and continue to make adjustments because everything keeps changing so fast. And my guess is that you feel the same way. You had a plan for 2020, and then COVID-19 came along. You thought, like me, it's only gonna be over in a month or so, and it was not. You took a pay cut and you adjusted your expenses, but none of us expected it to last this long. Things keep changing, and we are all wondering what the future is gonna look like. So today, I want to give you an update on where Mosaic is and then where we're headed for the rest of 2020. But before we do that, I want to bring us back to a time before COVID and remind us all of what our vision was for 2020. We said that we're going to focus on doing really well the things that the internet cannot provide. And then 3 months into 2020, the internet was all we had. The first 3 months of online church were honestly a blur for me. It was so hard. I worked 60 hours a week for 3 months straight and had 1 day off a week if I was lucky. And many of you can relate to that. We were all just trying to survive and figure out the next step. The second part of our vision was to go to our community both physically and digitally. And we definitely went to our community in a digital way. In fact, I am so proud of our team. Hossein, the man behind the camera right now, makes us look way better than we really are. The videos always look amazing, and that's in large part because of Hossein's eye for detail. Isabel helped come up with all the creative ideas for our Friday services. We were just trying to figure it out. We were making things up, honestly. And Matt, who did all of our graphic designs, he made us look like we had it all together. OJ and band, well, our band is just amazing. And then Carla, who I think had the hardest job of all of us, has done an amazing job of thinking outside the box and coming up with ways to make sure that your children can continue to hear the good news of Jesus. And then Laura and Ian made sure that our finances were in order throughout this pandemic so that we could have a healthy church. There are so many people that helped us through those early months that I can't thank you all individually. But thank you all for helping us through some very challenging times. There are some things we did really well over the past 8 months. The content we put out was creative, it was helpful, and it was always done to a really high standard. But there were some things that became apparent that we needed to improve on as well. We felt like we needed to improve our small group experience. And I felt like we needed to do a better job of connecting you in other ways other than just our Friday service that felt more real and authentic. So we've been working on that behind the scenes for the past few months, dreaming about the future and what that might look like. We knew we wanted the structure of small groups to change. It became very apparent that in a time of crisis, we all needed a real relationship with Christ. People were hungry to get to know him more. So we formed a group of mature Christians and started asking the question, what does someone need to know to grow from not knowing anything at all about Christ to becoming a mature Christian? And then what curriculum is out there and available to teach them? In my current small group, we're learning how to read the Bible in the correct way. Not just reading a verse as you get out of bed like most of us do, or at a stoplight. Asking questions of observation like who, what, when, where, why, and how. What was written before this verse? What was written after this verse? Then asking who wrote this verse? Who is he writing it to? What was the point, or what was he trying to teach the group he was writing to? And then lastly, how does this apply to my life? This takes some time, but once you learn it, you'll get to know your Heavenly Father in a deep way, and we want that for you. So we're looking at curriculum and ways to support our small group leaders because we want to create a better place for you, a safe place where you can ask all your questions about faith without being judged, a place to have a family far from home where people care about you and will pray with you. The second thing we've been working on is building our digital foundations. We believe that the way church is done has been changed forever because of COVID. And it's my goal to take the best of what we've learned from COVID and continue to do that, and then take the best of what in-person service has to offer and combine the two together. Because of your generosity, we've been able to purchase most of the needed equipment to provide content to you throughout the week. You see, there are 168 hours in a week, and we want to seize the rest of the 167 hours because I believe the future of church is not just a once-a-week service to fill you up until the next week. We want to give you tools that you can use throughout the week to help you grow in your relationship with Jesus. The church is not a building, and your growth as a Christian is not limited to a once-a-week service. Another area we've been spending time on is analytics. And I know that you want to make wise decisions. And to make wise decisions in life, you need to have good data. And data is more available today than any other time in life. It seems like we're being tracked everywhere we go. How does Amazon know what I need every single time I go to their website? Collecting data is easy, but figuring out what that data means and how we can use it to help make your life better, well, that is very hard. We know that your time is valuable, so we want to make sure that each post and each service is giving you the most value as possible. You are important to us. Your relationship with God is important to us, and we don't want to waste your time. We want to use data to make a difference in your life. Because people is what matters. You are what matters most to us. We believe the best use of all of our social media posts and all of our online services is to use them as a vessel to help us connect people to people, to connect you with other like-minded individuals. life is better connected. And that is so easy to say and super hard to figure out. But we are going to continue to experiment and do our best to figure it all out. And in the end, everything we do is for you. We want to connect you with a God that loves you. And we want to connect you with like-minded people who will become great friends. We don't have that all figured out, honestly. But be on the lookout for some interesting changes to our Friday services so that we can do a better job of connecting you with other people. Well, as Dubai continues to open up, we want to start preparing for the eventual reopening of church. We don't know when that will be exactly, but we want to be prepared for that. So we will soon be gathering our leaders and volunteers together, investing in them so that when the time comes to reopen, we'll be ready to welcome you all to this amazing in-person experience that we miss. I can't wait to see you all again there. So between now and the end of the year, we're going to focus on 3 things. We're going to work on providing you a better small group experience. We're going to build our digital foundations that are going to propel us into the future. And lastly, we're going to find creative and fun ways of connecting you with other like-minded individuals. You are what matter to us. We're going to take the best of what we've learned from doing digital church over the past 8 months and soon combine the best of what in-person services provide. It's an exciting future, and I look forward to doing it all with you. As we end today's service, I want to encourage you. Some of you are a little frustrated because you can only see so far into the future. It's kind of like driving in the desert. So if it's only 1 month or 1 week, or maybe it's just 1 day ahead, here's a verse that's been speaking to me and my family throughout this pandemic. It's from Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 11 and 13. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me, and when you seek me with all your heart. You see, the good news is that there is a God who loves you, who has a plan to prosper you, not to harm you, a God that wants a relationship with you. It's mind-blowing to me that the creator of the universe will actually listen to me and to you. So spend some extra time this week with God. I want you to wake up this week. Spend 10 minutes reading your Bible. Say a prayer. And then sit or stand still, or maybe just lay there in bed, but stay still for 5 minutes and ask God to speak to you. And then listen. Your day and your life will be better for it. Let's pray. Dear Father, we're just so thankful. We're thankful that you are a powerful God, a God that has a plan for us, a God that we can trust, that sticks to your promises, a God that is faithful. And God, as we go throughout this week and we are tempted to worry or fear because we don't know what the future holds, God, that you will remind us that you are there for us, that you have a plan for us to prosper us, not to harm us. And God, I just pray for Mosaic and for the future of Mosaic as we end this year, that we will make a difference in people's lives. Help us to do a great job of fulfilling our mission to lead people into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ, with you. God, and for the person that's here today that doesn't know you, that you'll begin to open their hearts to know you as their loving Father. God, we just thank you for our time together. I pray that you bless every single person that is watching this today. Amen. Well, thank you all for being here with us today. I hope you guys have a great week. God bless.
With every breath, with every word I speak, with every step, with every heartbeat, Jesus, let it be for you only, my whole life, all for your glory. With every breath, with every word I speak, with every step, with every heartbeat, Jesus, let it be for you only, my whole life, all for your glory, all for your glory. My life is in your hands, I trust it all, I trust it all to you. My dreams and all my plans, I trust it all, I trust it all. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of your love. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, for all my days, God, you are my guide. I give you all, my heart is open wide. Jesus, let it be for you only, my whole life, all for your glory, all for your glory. My life is in your hands, I trust it all, I trust it all to you. My dreams and all my plans, I trust it all, I trust it all. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of your love. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, you are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I am forever in love with you, forever in love with you. Are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I am forever in love with you, forever in love with you. Are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I am forever in love with you, forever in love with you. Are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I'm forever in love with you. My life is in your hands, I trust it all, I trust it all to you. My dreams and all my plans, I trust it all, I trust it all. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of your love. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of you. My life is in your hands, I trust it all, I trust it all to you. My dreams and all my plans, I trust it all, I trust it all. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of your love. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same, because of your love, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, because of you, Jesus.
Thank you very much, Josh and Dina, for that amazing time that you have shared with us. We really enjoy it. And also thanks Jeremy for sharing that vision that God has for us. It's really comforting to know how God has great plans for us as individuals and also as a church. That's all for us. I hope you really enjoyed, and please remember, subscribe and also turn on the notifications so you are always aware of all the information that we are getting. Okay? So, see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.